INEOS ready to make a statement yet again in the January transfer window. Funds are there, they're looking to spend, they're looking at left backs, they're looking at midfielders, but they're also looking at some really talented youngsters. There's 3 17-year-olds on the eye of INEOS. Chris Rigg of Sunderland, Nypan of Rosenborg, who we played in pre-season, a player that United have been very strongly linked to, and now Mastantuono, the River Plate player, seen as the Cole Palmer region, maybe seen as the best of those 3 in terms of potential. Mastantuono has been looked at by Real Madrid, Liverpool, Chelsea. Apparently, INEOS are determined to get this done in January. Go all out in the player. And what are their January plans? There is some news on Rashford to Bayern Munich. There's a bit of interest in Marcus Rashford. I will say if a winger is to leave United, it will be Anthony. They've already sanctioned Anthony's exit. Whether they can sell him or not is a different question. Obviously, we spoke about in yesterday's video how United are open to selling Casemiro and Eriksen, both in January as well, despite a little bit of rise in form of Eriksen. We've got an injury update. Luke Shaw is actually finally back in training, but a little bit of an injury to Johnny Evans, a bit of a blow there. Thomas Frank speaks out about the Manchester United job and what happens if he'd have taken it. And obviously, Luke Ba, player that we were linked to yesterday. What is the release clause? How we'll be able to get him? He'd be an unbelievable signing. So, hello and welcome back to Alice Talks Football. Welcome back to your Manchester United 10-minute news roundup. Please do go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already. And, of course, subscribe down below if you're new. I apologise, I look a bit rough today. It's not my day today, but I want to dive into the news. Manchester United are determined to sign River Plate wonder kid Franco Mastantuono and are willing to make the move in January. Now, I apologise if I said his name wrong, but I've heard 3 people say it 3 different ways. So I'm going to go with Mastantuono, make the move in January. I've watched clips of this guy. I've watched a bit of this guy here and there. Read up about this guy, spoke to someone that watches River Plate about this guy. I've only ever seen good things, positive things. This one is someone special. It was said that Franco is on the list of 3 17-year-olds that Manchester United have been following for the years. Sunderland's Chris Rigg and Rosenborg's Nypan, and the other 2 are the other 2 players, is what's been said by ESPN Argentina. Man United are following the 17-year-old River Plate talent, who has a 33 million release clause. PSG, Chelsea, AC Milan, and other clubs interested in him. Real Madrid were originally the favourites, but they've pulled away for some reason. Maybe because they're going to get Trent and Alphonso Davies and save their funds for those wages. I'm not sure. But there's 3 elite 17-year-olds that Manchester United are looking at. And this isn't like we've just been linked to this guy for the first time. It's now saying that we're determined to sign him. There's now a news shifting that we could be the favourites to sign him, which means A, Man United is being used by his agent and the media to hurry up Chelsea or whatever club is planning to sign him that he wants to move to, or B, INEOS are going to step up in the South American market because they really want this kid who's sort of seen as the next Cole Palmer. Now, what I am going to say is we do really like Chris Rigg. I think Chris Rigg is someone we'd make a move for in the summer. He's seen as sort of the next Jude Bellingham with the Championship. And Nypan's a player we've been linked to for a very long time, and there's been talk for ages that we're going to make a move from in January once he's 18 and then loan him back to Rosenborg. So I think all 3 youngsters we're looking at. I don't think we sign all 3, but I do think we're looking at these youngsters. I think Nypan is the most likely to happen in January just because of how cheap and affordable that deal is and how many rumours there are ahead. But I think if they want to make a statement, they could go for Mastantuono. It would be a crazy statement because this is what I said 2 months ago when I did a video on him 2 months ago because we're linked to him in September. Beginning of September, just after international break, just after in the first international break, I said Man United to beat Real Madrid to another wonder kid signing and Franco Mastantuono. Obi Martin, Lasol, Overy, Kone, and Yoro all signed by United this summer, showing real ambition in the youth setup. Mastantuono is a right wing / attacking midfielder, stylistically compared to Cole Palmer, and has been heavily followed by Real Madrid. Franco has been watched by Manchester United. A report from 2 months ago said that Manchester United are interested in the 16-year-old talent from River Plate and that he has a wonder of a left foot, elite ball striking technique, and he's known for his free kick ability and creativity finding space. He does remind me a bit of Cole Palmer in terms of his just technical presence on the ball, can play cam, can play right wing. He's got really good ability to read the game, play the ball between the lines. He gets involved in the game, can pop up with goals, can pop up with assists as well. Real Madrid have been favourites, but yesterday it was reported that Manchester United have joined the race for Franco Mastantuono after Real Madrid decided to back off, which was said by a reliable Real Madrid source. So it could be one of those cases like Anselmo where they're using Manchester United to hurry up Chelsea or to hurry up Real Madrid to get that deal done and pretending that United are interested, or United could be really advancing on this kid. Ben Mattison spoke a little bit about this kid. He does really good threads on South American talent, so I highly recommend going and reading the full thread. But he said that River Plate's academy continues to create elite potential talents. He said next up, Franco Mastantuono, probably said his name wrong. He said advanced intelligence, excellent creator who judges the weight of pass excellently, plus ball striking threat, shooting from distance, particularly free kicks. So seeing very similar things to me. His ability to place a ball and get the perfect weight of pass on the ball, to pick out these passes, whether it be long, short, through balls, seems absolutely fantastic. His weight of pass, his vision, his intelligence, and he describes him as a right-wing attacking midfielder, 5'11", spatial awareness, vision, dribbling, weight of pass, ball striking, and set pieces seems to be his strengths. His ability to find space, create space, dribbling, the ball sticks to him. He's such a technically good player. The question is, we obviously have Shea Lacey, who could be this sort of level of player as well. And the big question is, with Shea Lacey coming through, you don't know who's going to have a better career, Franco or Shea Lacey. You really don't know how it's going to go in academy football, but there's so many elite talents at United. Sekou Kona and Obi Martin here. We've got Euro. Chris Rigg would be amazing. Nypan's a good player. Mastantuno, I think, is just a different level of player. I think it's really exciting what we could be building going forward. And I want to get into the next story, but if you have not already, please do hit that like button. And of course, subscribe down below if you're new. But I want to talk a little bit about Marcus Rashford and some rumours of teams interested in him. Marseille and Bayern Munich have joined PSG in the race to sign Marcus Rashford. Now, personally, I don't think Team Talk is the most reliable source of information, but I do know there's a little bit of interest in Marcus Rashford. I mean, why wouldn't there be? He's a much better player than I think social media make him out to be. I think he's had a good season. I'd be very surprised if Tuchel does not call him up for England. I think that he's been doing well. He's played left wing, he's played right wing. I think he's had a very good start to the season. And PSG have always had this interest in Rashford. Whether they're going to trigger it or not has always been another question. But Bayern Munich, I could see Bayern Munich wanting Rashford, at least saying Rashford on the wing pairings. Sane's on the way out, Koeman's on the way out, Gnabry's getting a bit old. He's a very Bayern Munich-esque winger. So it could be one to watch with Rashford. I think that he's going to have a good season, and hopefully he can commit his future to United if he has a good season. But I do think Rashford in summer could be one to watch, because there might be a point where he's like, at United, his career is sort of going hot, cold, and we're not winning anything. It'd be interesting to see how the season goes for Rashford and if he could potentially leave. I know a lot of people will still sell Rashford, but I personally wouldn't. Unless it is a really crap season this year, then I'd say that's 2 crap seasons in a row. We got to offload. I wouldn't. I think he's going to have a good season. Talking of other news and other players we've been linked to, Manchester United apparently have shown interest in signing Flamengo right back Wesley, 21 years of age, 25 million euro release clause. Don't know a lot about the player. We've been linked to him before. Maybe we will. I think we're more interested in left backs than right backs, if I'm going to be totally honest. Talking of left back, Luke Shaw is training individually at Carrington this morning. He's back out on the grass, but Johnny Evans is a doubt versus Fenerbahce. So the fact that Luke Shaw's back out on the grass means he's quite close to returning. He's probably a couple of weeks away, which is good. Knowing Luke Shaw, he comes out on the grass, he gets injured again. Luke Shaw, Mason Mount, just want them fit. Luke Shaw sort of can play 10 games and is out for 6 months. Mason Mount plays 2 games, out for 6 weeks. 2 games, out for 6 weeks. Don't know where Mason Mount's at. Don't know how he's picked up another injury. But Luke Shaw is training at Carrington, which is good. Suggestions he's on the way back. I think United will have to cash in on both Shaw and Malacia in the summer, because it's been 2 seasons now without Luke Shaw and Malacia available. Unless they can stay fit, extended period of fitness, and have a really good end to the season, I do think they both will be out. I like Anthony Robinson. I like Dorgu. I like Loco. There's a lot of left backs out there that I do like. I do like Johnny Evans, but he is a doubt as well with his age. He's going to be a bit of a doubt. I can't wait till Euro's fit, because Euro, Maguire, Martinez and De Ligt are 4 good centre-back options to have if fully fit to rotate between. But it's a bit of annoying that Evans is a doubt, because I prefer Evans to Lindelof. I'm not going to lie to you. And then there was some interesting comments made by Thomas Frank about the United job. Thomas Frank was asked what the impact of taking the United job would have had on him. And he said, for sure, if I ever got an offer to go to a big club and I decided to go there, it would probably not make my life better. And, well, he's spitting facts. If you go to a big club, the media pressure is on you. Absolutely on you to another level. He said, I think we all know that maybe it's a challenge you need to try. I don't know. It's not something I'm thinking about. I have sacrificed a lot throughout my life to reach where I am now. In terms of sacrificing, I missed my children's birthdays for 5 years in a row because I was with the national team. So what he's saying is, it's a big thing to go to a big club. I don't know if INEOS will go for Thomas Frank. He's always been one rumoured in the background that they like. I think they could have got him in the summer. I think to be honest, with Thomas Frank, if they really liked him, they would have sat Ten Hag in the summer and brought him in, because they did obviously planned to bring Satanaga and bring in Tuchel, and Tuchel rejected us. So if they really liked Thomas Frank, they would have got him in the summer. But I think he's right saying, it doesn't mean his life's going to be easier because he goes to a big club. It would be very, very difficult. And lastly, it was said RB Leipzig had extended the contract of Castello Lucabar until 2029. His new release clause is 90 million, which becomes active next summer. So I like Lucabar. Don't think United are going to get him. I think Liverpool and other teams will be in for him, but I think he's the next best left centre back on the market, but he's not worth 90 million euros. Thank you for watching today's video. Please do hit the like button if you have not already. Of course, subscribe down below if you're new. Let me know your thoughts. Bye.